Hey, what's good YouTube? It's Jaden back here again with another video for you guys, and I want to welcome you back to the Revival Credit Solutions channel. I hope you enjoyed our previous video where we talked about our day one of the Credit Hero Challenge. Okay, so now this is day two of the series, and I want to tell you that they are bringing some heat today. We're about to get a little personal with with the topics today. So I had to bring out my handy dandy recliner for this one. I wanted to feel comfortable talking to you guys, and I want you guys to take this cue to sit down and get comfortable, get a drink or whatever, because we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about the why. Why am I here at Credit Heroes, and why did I choose this business, and just my why, as an entrepreneur, and what led me to this point. Because it's important to know, like, everyone needs to know, have that, thing in the back of their mind that keeps them going, that drive, what's pushing them. Because you never know how hard it's going to be, and you need that reassurance to need to be able to dig down deep and keep going and fighting, because that's the only way you're going to reach your dreams and success in anything that you do. You have to have that why strong, and that's what I learned from my day two of the Credit Hero Challenge. I learned from the founder's story, Mr. Daniel Rosen. He is the founder of the Credit Hero Challenge. He also created the software that a lot of credit repair businesses use in the industry, which is called the Credit Repair Cloud. So if you want to know more about that, go ahead, do me a favor, go in the description box below and start the challenge yourself, and you will know all about Mr. Daniel Rosen's story. And I'm telling you, it's going to inspire you because it inspired me, and that is why I chose this business over a lot of others out there. And I am very happy with what I chose. Like, you're gonna learn so much information. I am learning constantly, and I am so happy to have the support in the Facebook group. Everyone's amazing. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into my story. But actually, before we do that, I want to make this a habit. I really enjoyed the Credit Hero mission statement here, and I think I'm going to say this to myself as a mantra, and as well to everybody, every video. So it says here, I am a credit hero. I fight the system and I win. I defend my clients. I inspire others. I enable dreams. I am on a mission. I change lives every day. So that is what I'm going to tell myself, and that is what I will do. And I will go to bat for any of my clients, and it's just a great mantra to have. So when it comes to my story, oh man, I know everyone's been there. They had trials and tribulations. I'm gonna try my best to keep it brief and not to go into too much detail. If you'd like to know more information, we can probably do like a Q&A or something, because I have a lot of stories to tell, and it can go very deep if I had to. But I'm gonna try to just skim the top and just go over some of the struggles that I've had. Yeah, and we'll just go from there. Bear with me if I get sidetracked, or if I ramble a bit, or I get lost in what I'm talking about, but I'll try my best to stay on topic. So I think with my story, we should definitely talk about, like, where I grew up. So I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, in a town called Inslee. So I'm the oldest of all my siblings, and I think my mental state growing up back then was very unhealthy. I was a really shy and reserved kid. Growing up, I think a lot of it had to do with my parents divorcing when I was young, and I kind of just tried to assume that role of the protector and the mediator, or try to be that perfect child, because I kind of blame myself for the divorce, even though that makes absolutely no sense. But as a kid, that's kind of how you view the world and like your position in the world. So I kind of took a lot of stuff on my shoulders to try to protect my mom, or be the provider and things like that. So it just kind of forced me to kind of grow up a little bit and just like, I don't know, not grow up, but just like not appreciate what I had available to me at the time. I was very, um, I didn't really know what I wanted. I was just trying to please other people, if that makes sense. And I kind of wanted to break from that when I got older. So when I graduated high school, I didn't want to be a burden on my parents. I knew that for sure. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I had no idea that I had, this entrepreneur spirit. I had no idea what my interests were at the time. So I figured the best way to figure that out was to, I tried college. I went to college for a year, and I did not enjoy college because, like I said, I was just going there. I had no idea what to major in. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was sick of, like, you know, just the whole school life period. Like I said, oh, I'm done with this. High school's over. It's time to move on and make some money. So I decided I wasn't gonna do school, and the best thing I could come up with that was my decision, that was gonna help me provide for myself, make a steady income, and just actually have those characteristics to learn what I like and just branch out and try new things was to join the military. So I spent the last 10 years, after high school in the Marine Corps. I've been to Okinawa, Japan, been to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and my final duty station was Camp Pendleton, California. And I've learned so much from my experience in the military, to be honest. I'm grateful for my experience. It has not always been sunshine and rainbows, but I think it's brought me to who I am today, so I wouldn't change it for the world. I met a lot of cool people, had a lot of great experiences, and it just helped me, in so many different ways. But I did learn from my experience that, you know, something was missing because it was like I was in that same kind of trap that I was trying to get away from before, of trying to, just following orders and making other people's dreams come true, or like, just following what other people wanted me to do and just pleasing other people. So that's not what I was looking for, and I am thankful for those experiences, but I was looking for something more, and I didn't realize what that was until, like, I was like, man, I'm making a living. And, a lot of that money I was sending home to my sister at the time because she was in college and she needed things for school. So I was sending money. I was like, man, I really want to help, you know, myself and get those things that I want. Like, I don't want to have to stress for money. I don't want to have to stress, to provide for my family, or like to help and do things on a grander scale, do something that's bigger than me. And how the heck do I do that with no money? So I was like, man, I got this hole in me. I got to figure out what I want to do. So, like everyone, I'm sure all these entrepreneurs out there, they go on YouTube and just start researching and trying to find ways to make money. And, um, making money apparently online is not cheap. So a lot of these business models out there, it costs you money to make the money, right? And that's with anything. It's gonna take a lot of effort, a lot of time, and it was a lot of trial and error. The first thing that I tried was to create an ATM machine business. I saw it on YouTube, did a lot of research about it, and it was low startup cost, and it was like one of those residual incomes. That's what I needed because at the time I was still in the military. So I needed something that was going to make money on its own. It's low cost and supposedly going to be low effort. And that could be further from the truth with an ATM business. It was a whole lot of work, a lot of planning, and there was a lot of unfortunate things that I didn't know that I needed, or I didn't know was going to happen until I was in it. So at the time I started planning for it when I was in North Carolina, but I didn't get to finish it in North Carolina because my contract was up in that location, and I had to move out to California to Camp Pendleton. So I had to start it in California. So I was like, man, all my planning was for a different state, and unfortunately in California, totally different ball game. Like, the laws were different. It was not cheap there. Everything was expensive. A lot of competition and things like that. and just there were so many different facets of the ATM business that I thought were interesting, so I dabbled in it, and probably should have done that because like I said, that stuff costs money. Didn't have the money. I was running myself ragged trying to not have any debt. I wanted to do it with all cash. So in order to do that, I had to take up many different jobs. So I'm over here during the day being a Marine, then I'm taking a second job at Domino's delivering pizzas, or I was like delivering for Uber Eats or all those other sites there, like you know DoorDash and Instacart in my spare time to make enough money, save it up, and try to make this ATM business work. Um, that took up a lot of time. I barely had time to sleep. I was being less effective at my real job, was the Marines, and it kind of showed and reflected in my performance. So yeah, it was really tough times. It was really dark. I thought I just had to push through and make it happen, and I was trying to force something to happen that I just couldn't. I didn't have the time to do. So I realized that ATM business was not the way to go. Not that it was a bad business model. It was just not right for me at the time. Knowing what I know now, I could probably make that business work. I would have done a lot of things different, but it is what it is. So I decided to stop the ATM business, and I went back to my research, going away online and trying to find how to make money. The next thing I tried was drop shipping. Oof, man, that was a different beast there too. They made it seem like it was so easy, like you don't have to have any inventory. It's reoccurring, and what they don't tell you is like all the things behind the scenes to set it up was very hard. Like you had to get people to look at what you're selling. You have to be able to have a great relationship with the shipper, with Amazon, to make sure that stuff is set up properly. And what happens when people want to return things. It was just a lot of stuff that I was like, man, this is not low maintenance at all. So I knew that that's not what I needed to do, so I did not do that one as well. Another one that I tried was let's see, what else did I do? Inbound closing. I still haven't closed my mind on that, but basically what it is like you are a um, like a kind of like a receptionist, like on a deal with a contractor, like they have a contracting business, right? And what you are is like you take their leads, and you have these people that already want the thing. All you gotta do is you know talk to them on the phone, reassure them, and close the deal. So that's basically what that is, and you make a commission off of the sale. So that's a pretty cool business model, and I'm still not closed-minded on that. But I just like I said, all this stuff costs money and takes time to learn the skill, and that's not something that I need right now. I need something that's gonna be fast and things like that. Another one that I tried was affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is not bad. It's not a bad business model at all. I recommend it. It's just it just depends on what you're promoting. Is what I had an issue with. But I didn't like what the program that I was in that was telling me to sell. I felt like it wasn't giving much value, and I felt bad about it. So I was like, I can't rock with this. But I do like the idea of affiliate marketing. So I left that in my toolbox, and I just went away again and tried to find something else that I wanted to do. I am currently, there's another business model out there that I like as well that I am looking into. But I won't get into too much detail about that. It's basically bringing, it's like lead generation, right? It's lead generation, and I figured out a way to bring leads to different businesses, leveraging Google Maps, and it's a very great business model. But again, cost money to set it up, and I had no idea it was going to cost that much money to set it up. So that's one of those things I got to push to the side for a later date. And in the midst of all this, I've learned so many skills. I've learned so many skills over my time. It's just it's tough to be in a situation to where you have the skills, but you can't use them because everything costs to start. Um, so I needed to find something that encompassed all my skills from like web design, customer service, like video editing, and like, a vast array of skills, and also meet all my checks in the box. Like I wanted something that's gonna be um, mobile, like I can set it up from anywhere or I can work from anywhere, because being in the military for 10 years, you miss your family. Like you want to be home, you want to be present, you want to enjoy the money that you're making, you want to make an impact in people's lives. So it needs to be flexible. You need something low cost to start. You need something that's going to be automated. You need something that's going to I guess help other people and not just sell them something. So you had to believe in it. And that's when I came across Credit Heroes, and I am blown away so far, and I am so thankful that I found this and I didn't give up, because you have to believe in yourself. Like there was times in the military where I was like, man, I I am I feel like I'm getting nowhere. I'm trying so hard. I'm working against myself, spinning my wheels. And like that last, I say, year, it was really hard for me in the Marines, because I knew that I couldn't maintain this. Like I had this burning passion to be my own boss, and I had this conflicting views on, like, well, I need to retire. I spent 10 years. How do I justify spending 10 years of my life and not retire? How are you gonna leave that money on the table? What are people gonna think, and all that stuff? And I was like, man, maybe I can try to do both, but you can't. Your passion is that for a reason. You have to believe in yourself wholeheartedly for something to work. And that last year, I just had to come to terms with, hey, you want to pursue business, you have to let this thing go. And once I realized that, it was no turning back. I started making preparations. The military, the Marines specifically, does a great job of transitioning Marines to civilian life. They gave me an opportunity to do a program called Workshops for Warriors, which is like a trade school for welding. And I had my resume done. I completed the course. I have certifications for welding if I needed, but I knew that business is where I want to be. Like welding is a cool hobby, a great profession. It's just I know that it's a lot of labor, and I just not that's not what I would be wanting to do my first choice. So I still have that in my toolbox, but definitely want to run my own business. So got out of the Marine Corps as of May 10th of this year, and I'm just full steam ahead on this Credit Hero business. So everybody, if this resonates with you, please support me, because I need it. I'm going to try my best for you guys, learn all the information. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment, support this channel, share it to your friends. And if you want to follow on with me, make sure you hit that bell notification for my next update for this video series. And you should try the challenge yourself. So click that link down below and do the Credit Hero challenge with me. You can be your own credit hero. You can be your own business owner with a credit repair business just like me. I'm starting from nothing, so you're going to see how this business grows. So there should be no excuses for you not to do it too. Alright, so I believe in each and every one of you. I'm wishing everyone success, and I'm here to go to bat for you. And I want to say thank you for listening to my story. Hopefully it's not too long, I didn't ramble, but as always, I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.